Didn't look like he ever got the ball. And that's the kind of mistake you can't afford to have, especially down a touchdown in a game like this.
Sergio Hernandez right there to leap on top of it. 6:45 to play, third period. Split the tight end out. To the right this time, Smith. Pulls also to the bottom of the screen. Ward wide to the top of the screen. Back to throw is Crouch. Crouch fires. He's got his man Voles for the first down and more. Puts his hand down and struggles forward to the 42-yard line before Hernandez takes him down. Voles that time was wide open. The offensive line giving Crouch enough time to find him.
Had plenty of time initially and couldn't find anybody open, and then scrambles a little bit after some pressure from the outside. Just makes a great throw on the run, a good catch, and another big first down. Good effort by Jeremiah Crouch.
17-yard pickup. First and 10 at the 42. Ball is on the right hash mark, and Smith, the fullback, offsets the right side. And they give a counter play. Going back the other way as Catton is wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. Frank Vega came through from an inside linebacker position to wrap him up for a yard loss.
It looked like Carroll had a backer stunt on this one, and he just picked the hole and went through and was sitting right there for the counter play.
It'll be second down and 11. 5.5 minutes to play here in the third. 18-13 the score. It's a 5-point lead for the Carroll Cougars. Hand off to Cat. He runs outside and is brought down shy of the 45-yard line. Jeremy Francis in on the stop with Sergio Hernandez. Pickup of about 3. It'll be third down and 8.
It's an outside sweep. Hernandez got there in a hurry and a short gain. That puts Tri West in third and long, and last few times they've seemed pretty comfortable there. They've come up with some big pass plays.
2 receivers to the top of your screen. Ron Smith split to the bottom, shotgun formation. And now motion out of the backfield. 5 receivers out on the pattern. The throw is complete for the first down at the 45-yard line to Jason Ward. About a 9-yard pickup that time, but Jeremiah Crouch has time to throw the football. He's got receivers that are open.
And he had plenty of time on that one and just had his receiver curled over the middle there, right in the seam, and was able to throw the ball through. They've looked impressive in their passing game for a team that hasn't thrown the ball that much over the course of the year. I think they've averaged only about 10 passes a ball game. They've done a tremendous job in the passing game today.
11-yard pickup. Kyle Hamilton made the stop. Clock moving near the 4-minute mark. Crouch has trouble with the snap. It pops out. He grabs it and then goes down. Matt Heaton brought him down. For about a 1-yard loss, it'll be second and 12. And second time on this possession that Jeremiah Crouch has had trouble hanging on to the football.
Yeah, second time they were able to avert disaster because they've got the ball and they're moving pretty well at this point.
Quick snap to David Catt. He'll break a couple tackles. Now loses the football. And Carroll's got it. Third turnover of the ball game for the Tri West Bruins. And jumping on the football was Sean Ford. We'll wait for the replay to see who knocked it loose.
It's that same single wing set that they had some success with there in the second quarter. And the direct snap to David Catt.
I think Frank Vega is the person who came through and made the big hit that knocked the ball loose from David Catt. But for Tri West, that's the third turnover of the ball game. Hood, may have been a broken play that time as there was an awful lot of penetration by the Tri West defensive line. Kevin Jones and Matt Pendleton coming through there to take Hood down for about a 2-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 12.
Now this is supposed to be that inside handoff on that reverse play, but the penetration beat the handoff. So Matt Hood just kept the ball and took it outside to prevent a turnover.
Ball is on the left hash mark at the 46-yard line. Fake to Hamilton. Hood going to keep it himself, eludes one tackler, and then is taken down just across the 50-yard line. Several Tri West tacklers there, led by Kevin Jones. 3rd down and about 7 or 8 for the first down.
Just a bootleg keep again that he'd had some success with in the second quarter, and here Tri West does a pretty good job of shutting it down.
Ron Smith also got a hand on him to trip him up. 3rd and 8, we'll call it. 2 minutes left to play in the third period. The Carroll Cougars with the football and a 5-point lead, 18-13. Single setback is Vega. 3 receivers to the right side. Hood fires to his outside receiver, Mike Lowe. It goes through his hands. David Catt came up to hit him. That would have been enough for the first down, and Lowe been able to hang on to the football.
Big defensive series for Tri West after a turnover that really gave Carroll tremendous field position. Their defense has come on strong and done a nice job of shutting down Carroll, and now they'll get the ball back.
Matt Hood on to punt. Snaps a little off the mark, but he brings it down. Boots it, and a fair catch called for and made by Jason Ward at the 23-yard line. Tri West spending a majority of this third period at its own end of the field. Bruins will have it 1st and 10 with 1:47 to play in the third quarter. 26-yard kick that time for Matt Hood. Crouch will set up in the shotgun formation, flanked on either side by David Catt. Now going in motion is Ryan Ross. Crouch looking downfield, pressure applied, and the sack made by Jason Martin back at the 15-yard line, an 8-yard loss, and he came through there, it looked to be almost unblocked.
He really beats this offensive tackle, the right offensive tackle, in a hurry, and you just used excellent speed to rush from the outside. And apparently there's pretty good coverage downfield because it takes quite a while to get this ball off, and comes up with a big sack. Just used his quickness that time.
Kevin Jones trying to block a quicker Jason Martin, and Martin got around him and brought him down back at the 16-yard line. Ross in motion again. They throw the ball to him. It's a backwards pass. He gets the corner at the 20 and the 25. First down yardage, a late hit going to be called on Frank Vega. See here, it was a backwards pass.
Yeah, kind of a bad pass, but an excellent catch. And just a misadjustment there on the speed factor, and he was able to outrun him and then clearly out of bounds.
Lowe took him down. Vega hit him late. Now the officials are talking it over. And that'll take, well, they're going to call offsetting. Personal fouls on either team. So apparently after Vega's late hit out of bounds, there was some type of retaliation, verbal or otherwise, from one of the Tri West players.
Now this is going to be a bad break for Tri West because they're going to call it a dead ball foul. move it up and give Tri West a first down and then mark off another 15. So they're going to end up with a 1st and 25.
So they'll mark off the 15 yards, spot the chains, and then with the dead ball foul, they'll take it back 15 yards the other way, and as you said, be 1st and 25.
That's kind of a rare situation where you see offsetting penalties marked off, and they really hurt the offensive team, putting them back at 1st and 25.
Didn't cost them in yardage, but set them up certainly in a tough situation as the live ball foul and then the dead ball foul. So they're not offsetting. They mark them both off. 56 seconds to play in quarter number 3. Ross in motion again. Crouch takes the shotgun snap. He's got time. Now he's being pressured. He's going to be sacked back at about the 15-yard line. Matt Heaton came through there, and it was Tri West putting all the pressure on the quarterback in the first half, but here in the third quarter, Carroll has gotten a pretty good pass rush.
It's good coverage downfield. He doesn't have anybody open, and he just needs to throw that ball away to give him another chance. They can't afford to take any more sacks.
Not bad line play there, really a coverage sack.
Yeah, absolutely.
And 25 seconds left in the quarter. It's now 2nd down and 37. Ross in motion once again. Snap a little low. Crouch looking, fires, and almost intercepted by Sergio Hernandez. He was battling for the football with Chris Moore. And it will be 3rd and 37 with 8 seconds to play in the quarter.
Pretty good protection, has him open over the middle, and just a great play on the defense's part. Just rips the ball right out of his hands and almost gets it.
3rd down and a long, long way.
And Tri West needs to be careful here. They can't afford a turnover deep in their own territory.
Ross in motion. And the incomplete pass intended for the motion man Ross. Unfortunately for Tri West, that went out of bounds because that was probably a free ball.
Well, it did, and that's where they're going to mark it. So they're going to lose another 6 yards on that play.
So it'll be 4th down now and 43. Chad Fife will come on to punt. He'll be standing in his own end zone when we start the 4th quarter of play. They'll walk all the way to the other end. 18-13 the score. Carroll Cougars are just 12 minutes away from the first state championship in school history. Tri West also looking for its first state championship in any sport. Tri West was here in 1989 and lost a heartbreaker to Fort Wayne Lures 24-22. And Coach, what are these teams, the coaches, the players going through knowing that there's 12 minutes left to either a first or a second place medal?
Well, I'm sure that that's being reminded to the players in the huddles right now that you've got 12 minutes left in your season, and you know both these teams have accomplished a great deal just to get here, but to walk off the field as a champion is something that they'll remember for the rest of their lives, and I'm sure that the coaches are trying to pump that into them, that 12 more minutes and they could be the state champions. And I know Tri West is going to have to get the ball kicked out of here and then play some great defense, and I know Carroll on their sideline saying it, you know, we ought to get the ball in good field position, let's put it in and put them away right here. So both coaches urging their players on to come up with those last 12 minutes of outstanding football.
Well, standing a couple yards deep in his own end zone is Chad Fife as he'll boot it away. 4th and 43, the situation to start the 4th period. Fife It's off a wobbly kick. Chad Springer takes it to 39, 35, 30, and